making cinnamon rolls with some special high altitude tips. So come on everybody, grab a spoon. First thing you need with cinnamon rolls is yeast, right everybody?
Right.
And hot water. You can use about a cup of nice, really hot water. You don't want over 105 degrees. I have found Red Star yeast works best at high altitude. I've tried every other yeast there is. I find Red Star works the best. And then also I do use the traditional active yeast and a packet of the fast acting yeast. Add about a cup of sugar, Morgan, right in here, please.
A full one works.
Lauren, add, and we don't like to do a lot of measuring around here because cinnamon rolls, you have to go for a certain texture more than anything. So just put a dump in, Lauren. And then do you see the whisk?
Yeah, here it is.
We're going to whisk it up. Also adding 1 stick of butter melted. Kayla, do you want to help hold that? With cinnamon rolls, you can use about a cup of milk, a cup of whipping cream, or about a cup of non-dairy creamer if you want. Just kind of dump some in.
Dad, more
It's easier and it gets more surface area. Right? So you got that? More surface area. Okay, now, since you can a lot of times let the yeast sit for about 5 minutes to really start activating it and make. Now we're going to also add flour.
Can I do a flour?
Yes. Start putting spoonfuls of flour in. Morgan, let's put it.
Oh, you need to
Lauren, you can keep stirring.
Okay.
Keep stirring with the whisk. Can you get a close-up of the...
Can somebody get a wipe for this?
Oh, where's my flour? Sometimes to get the kids involved, we have to use the floor, don't we, buddy? But food that kids are involved with, they're more likely to eat. Mister. Awesome.
It'll be yummy.
Now, we are just adding a mixture of Hungarian high-altitude flour, the unbleached and the whole wheat, until it gets to a certain consistency. When it starts getting a little thick, like that, oh, there's a spoon, great. You stop using the You're starting to see how the dough is forming. You see there's kind of bubbles forming underneath. It's going to be awesome dough. All right, we're going to put the flour back up here. Whoever wants to help me now, can you? I need the flour. Okay. I don't need this. All right. Now, this is where the adult probably needs to be a little more involved. You can grab a little more flour, a little more
sugar.
A little more sugar, which we sure love around here. All right.
Which we sure love around here.
Yeah. You're making your nice, wonderful dough. It is warm. It is soft. When you have a sweet dough, it is softer than a coarse bread dough. It is very tender to the touch, and you're doing the folding method.
Mommy, can I do that?
Everybody will get a chance. Yes, you will. Everyone will get a chance to push it down and be loving to it because it's a live organism. Yeast is live, so you need to respect it and be kind to it. Lauren had her turn. Now it's Kayla's. Kayla's turn.
Can we have a taste of it?
You can have a taste of it. This is a good time to get familiar with the taste of your dough. This is what it looks like, nice and close, and it will taste nice and yeasty. Nice and soft, nice and yeasty. All right. All right, everybody. Now, you need to let this rise for about 2 hours. And it is going to be soft,
2 hours.
nice, moist. If you want to let it rise overnight, that's totally fine too.
Do I do that?
You can show them, sure.
Can
Yay!
I show them?
Show them.
I can hold it by
Awesome.
myself.
Okay, let's be nice. Okay, say bye, East. We're gonna see you later.
Bye,
East.
East.
If you want to
See
put a
you
little
later.
sugar, if you want put a little flour, but you'll notice the whole outside is coated a little bit, and it won't be sticking to the sides. We're gonna put this in a safe place when you have kids. The oven, not on, just a regular oven. It's a great spot. Use of your time while things are rising is to make frosting. Do you like to make frosting, Kayla?
Yes, I do.
Okay. In here we have just some plain shortening. If you want to not use shortening, you can just use coconut oil, which makes great frosting, and you have not as much of the guilt. So, and if you want a really flavorful frosting, you can actually mix some shortening, some coconut oil. Yeah, thanks. Some coconut oil and some butter. I do like the mix with butter.
We love making frosting.
We love making frosting. Here is some vanilla, and again, I just kind of put a little shot in. And another reason, because frosting is usually going to be hanging out somewhere, and I know there's lots of sugar, I do like to use non-dairy creamer when I make it. Kayla, do you want to turn that on for me?
Yeah.
A little splatter. Yeah, so we're going to grab a spoon.
I'm waiting for you to put my Barbie movie on. Oh, yeah. Now we're serious. See how
Don't like that type of frosting.
we
were in Nebraska at Valentino's this summer, right? And everybody said, boy, they sure love the icing that were on their cinnamon rolls. A fast, easy way, because some of you are like, really? Why can't I just buy some frosting?
Because we love making
A
it.
semi-homemade frosting.
We love making it
We
because
we love making frosting, yes.
And we
Would
love
be
making it.
some the traditional
And we make it
vanilla,
like we
a little of the dairy creamer, or whipping cream works excellent. And some cinnamon,
And see my heart on my shirt.
a little dash of cinnamon,
See my heart on my shirt.
and some brown sugar, about half of a cup.
Summer.
You're going to throw it in the microwave for about 10 seconds, and then we're going to mix it. Microwave. Lauren is going to stir, stir, stir nice and quick, and she is going to be making that wonderful icing. Stir. So, what we need to do is stir or have the mixers go for about 2 minutes. You'll notice about some soft peaks do form. Kayla, you can try a bite. You only try a bite when the mixer's stopped. We actually added a little more powdered sugar and a little more of the non-dairy creamer, but doesn't that look nice?
It looks
Yummy,
nice
yummy frosting.
And smooth.
Then Lauren's been over here stirring, and you want a nice icing. We added just a little more milk. I'm going to stir, and look at that wonderful consistency that she has. So that is a great icing. So these are 2 great ways to frost. Another one that my grandma always did was peanut butter. Peanut butter plus a little frosting or brown or powdered sugar and milk. So you can see the flour. So the work surface here is clean, but we are putting flour and sugar. That is a little trick that makes things taste so much better. Because the sugar adds a sweetness. Okay, so that's about enough. We are going to go into the oven. So here's our dough. You'll notice it's nice and soft. When you break it, it's going to have a tendernessness. There's still a wet moistness to it. But you can see all the air holes from the yeast. Isn't that cool? Awesome. And we're going to prepare our rolling pin. And we're gonna put a little flour and sugar, put it over the top, on top of the rolling pin, getting it all nice and ready. And we're gonna start rolling. You'll get really accustomed to what size it rolls out to in your workspace. So the girls actually are gonna go by that. But it goes out to about 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch is all that you're gonna roll it out to. And if at any time you need to take some of your flour or your sugar, put it over the top, that's fine. But you're gonna press. You wanna press on the rolling pin.
So it's hard to.
Yeah.
Mom, can I do it?
Yes, you can, sweetie. You have to press as you roll. Lauren, you can keep helping her.
Do we help you, Keegan?
I can do
You do all by yourself?
Okay, good, good. Okay, let's roll it a little more. Perfectly rolled out. And we just use this old yogurt container. We always have cinnamon and sugar mixed in it. We melted some butter. And a great trick is you are going to make like a sugar and cinnamon trough around the outside.
Like a moat.
So as you, like a moat, like a little butter lake we're gonna have there in the center. Lauren's gonna go ahead and dump the butter. We're also gonna have a little brown sugar sprinkled throughout. And this is a fun, yummy, messy job, right? Our cinnamon and sugar. And I really, really, really like to add a scoop of frosting into the inside filling too. Just makes it yummy. This is when everybody's hands, clean hands. A short period of time, a half an hour, and actually I've done this even for 8 hours overnight, the cinnamon rolls rise, and then you're going to put them in an oven. A nice way, especially if you're time pinched, throw it in the cold oven.
You mean hot oven?
Well, it will become a hot oven, you're right. And bake and put up to 375. While it's actually heating the oven, the yeast will rise a little quicker. So if you're crunched for time for whatever reason and you only got it to raise at this stage for half an hour, this is definitely a way to get you out of the kitchen faster. Here they are in the oven. In the center, tap, tap, tap. You're gonna have it nice little hard besides being brown. Cool them off and we'll frost them. Spoon or a spatula. And I'm going to ice one side with that really yummy cinnamon, brown sugar, semi-homemade frosting icing. I just took it out of the pan, put it on the serving tray. They came up so nice. You can frost as much as you like for the yummy frosting that made soft peaks. The homemade frosting that you can make with coconut oil and powdered sugar, or shortening and powdered sugar. And you can just layer it on as much as you want. Have so much fun. And don't forget to always grab a spoon. Bye-bye.